Hey guys, this is Go Via or Go Home. I'd like to welcome you back to part 7 of the 3.0 layout series. We're just going to go over a few things today that I've totally, kind of fell behind on. Been meaning to film here and there, but I've been so busy with little projects in between and reviews that I've kind of fallen behind on updates here, and also I did lose a bunch of clips, so if I ever find those clips I'll let you know. But here we go. Okay, so as some of you know, I've been very active on Facebook and the Facebook groups that involve HO scale trains and whatnot. There was a question that was brought up about a month ago, and the question was exactly, what is the first thing that you see or people sees when they step into your train room? Now I got thinking when I saw that, and I said, well, yeah, it's probably going to be the one part that's going to set you up for the rest of what's to come, right? If it's not impressive, then what's the point? So after thinking a lot about that, well, basically this is what you see. You come down a set of stairs, and then this is what you see, and it's basically my ethanol plant, rock face, and a few other things. Now, when I last left you, that the rock wall was not done, and I did a video, actually a series of videos, showing my steps in my leopard printing, or whatever it's called, leopard painting technique and all that. Those video clips are gone, so I'm going to do new ones on the other side, but that's basically what I did all the way around. You can see some of it here. And then after I had finished that, what had happened was I filmed the two parts. So basically you do the yellow ochre, and then I did the burnt umber, and I had those filmed. When I went to do the black over top of it, it looked horrible. It was so shiny, and I'm like, great, I messed it up. And when it dried, it obviously looks much better. So I kind of didn't even really film that. I lost those clips. I'm just, whatever. And then I ended up putting the grass in, and then obviously ballasting right around. Now this is different here. I just added this the other day, kind of working out an entrance to the ethanol plant here. You can see I've got my Walther's kit, and I've got a bridge, F59 PHI, but I'm just kind of working something out here so that this is the going in and coming out. So the trucks will come in, pull up to here, and then they'll go in, and then there's an entrance right there for trucks for unloading or loading, and then they just go around to the other side, come back this way, and then they exit out the same way. Very simple. That's all it is. You can kind of see here as well, I've got a perimeter of basically a wire fence that I'm setting up, and it starts here on this side, so you can't go in, you have to go in through the gate. And I have it stopping right about there. And then on this side, I've decided that I'm doing a parking lot, like right in here, for all the employees. And this actually goes right around, and it does stop like right at the corner there. But this is very cool. So I'll give you guys a good tip here. This is the Walther's chain link fence. These are the Woodland Scenics pins. And this is a good reason why I use the foam. So basically, let's say for example you want to put a post right here. Okay, I set up my distances. I didn't have the sheet that tells me how to measure it. So this is another Walther's kit here this kind of fence. It's the wood panel fence. It's supposed to go way back over there with my my paper plant, but I just borrowed it just to measure out the distance of the poles. That works out to be the same. So when you put the pin in, you pull it out and it leaves a little hole. Then you take that and it just sits in the hole just like that. I did this all the way around. You know, it lets you, you know, spin it. It has it going 90 degrees straight up. And then you obviously glue it in, but I wanted to make sure everything was very uniform first. And also I've decided, okay, this is where the buildings are going. This is the last place that they're going to go. That's it. Everything is set in stone here. I've already started adding some details, like that pipe there. I had to fix the stairway here because that kept falling off from all the times that I've moved. And then we'll move around over to this side here. Now, thanks to Vinny. Vinny gave me a great idea here. So, BNSF, he basically, he gets these signs. It's a for sale sign. Got that at like a dollar store. I think I paid, yeah, $1.50 for that. I took a couple of them and I put them the same size as this whole kit here. I taped them together. This whole kit lifts up and it's part of, like, it's all one. Like, it's technically, this was a kit and this was a kit, but they go together. So I've glued them down. I've made it all one. So basically, even though I'm going to do the turf around it and whatnot, when I go to move in the future, all I got to do is lift this up and package it. I don't have to worry about damaging it or anything like that. All this is going to get scrapped anyways, except for the buildings, because I'm going to keep them. So it won't really matter. Like, yeah, it's nothing. As long as I can keep the buildings, it's fine. Another thing I did here that I've been working on, along with the rock face, because you can kind of see it comes along and then it kind of turns into grass eventually here. But I've got some more rock face here. Kind of made like a little bit of a dirt trail. I don't know, trying things out. You guys have already seen from my last video, all this was done. But yeah, I did the rock faces here. I personally think that these rock faces look better than the other one on the other side, but that's just me. That's my opinion. I've also got 4 power switches here. There's no power going to the track right now, but when it's on, lights up blue. I did blue for the ethanol plant. So 4 tracks. I've got 4 tracks down. So I've got the 3, and then the one that goes into the building there. You can see the cars already, loading up there. And I got all that done. I'm happy with it. It works. I've got the track goes in, and then it joins up with the main there. And that's mostly what I've been working on the past month or so. Just trying to get all this done, and I want to finish the top area there because there's a lot to do, there's a lot of ground to cover, and it'll just look more uniform and better. If that's the first thing you see when you come down here, great. I'll be happy with it. And then we'll just we'll carry on with the rest. Moving forward, just taking a look at some of these long shots here. I'm pretty happy with like the work that I've been doing here. I want to see if I can make things, pop out a bit more. So I'm going to look into maybe adding some longer grass and some bush and tree eventually here. But I have to still work with the top, and I definitely have some water to do here. I'm going to try out the Woodland Scenics water kits and whatnot. And not too much has happened here. I'm going to do some rock faces here. So I'm going to do a tutorial step by step on how I do that. That'll be another video though. And I did this again like I did with the ethanol plant there. Because of the way that this kit is, the crane is really weird, but I was able to glue it down, and then I've got the tracks going on top, and again I've got them powered. Can't remember what color I used. Oh, it's yellow. It's a yellow light for the salvage yard. And got my CP and my Ontario Northland gondolas waiting to be loaded up. I haven't done too much with the paper mill, though I feel like I should, seeing as how it's one of my favorites. So hopefully I can get that done and get some work done on that. Another thing I've been working on, I've been thinking a lot about the yard, which is going to be in this area here. I ended up selling my big blue, what is it called? The diesel house. As much as I do love that kit, it was just so big and it just didn't work with the layout. Seeing behind it, and I don't know, it just took up a lot of space. I found this one when I was at Otter Valley. I kind of had the pre-plan to pick it up when I was out there, because I was looking for different options. And you can tell I've got already 3 locos have moved in there, even though there's no track down. I painted it today. It's a nice Via Rail blue, very ironic, because I'm just like, yeah, I don't want it to be blue, but I didn't realize till after that it matches the same blue on the LRC cars, so happy accident. And you'll notice here as well, I've put some landform down a little bit just to, you know, build it up a bit, and I'm doing the same thing around here, just to kind of cap off like where this is going to be, you know, yard for trains, and then I'm going to have track back here for cars, right? So I'm going to bring all the cars in, and then that's where we can shunt them around and, you know, take the empties, bring in the full ones, yada yada yada. Just basically yard work. And then obviously my fueling station for the diesel house as well. You'll notice I've got a new loco here. It's a Proto 2000 GP9. One of the gentlemen on Facebook, he reached out to me when I was saying that I was looking for one in this paint scheme, and within, you know, a week I had it, and I've been pretty happy with it. Had to clean the wheels a little bit, but other than that, it's running great. Still want to add the DCC in sound because it is only DC right now, but man, does this thing fly. And I'm really happy because I love the paint scheme, so it works with the rest of my units. As for the rest of this year, I really haven't done too much. As you can see, this is going to be the clutter spot for now. Hopefully I can clean that up and you know, make it look a bit more clean. And I'm going to want to get more plywood and raise it up here to continue on so that I can build my downtown, my city. And obviously as well, I haven't done much with the train station either yet. Still have a lot of planning to do with that because that kit is still really big. I might have to downsize it. Not that I want to, because I just spent that time and money doubling the size. So hopefully I can work something out with that and make it all fit and make it look awesome. I'm really excited to start working on it, but at the same time I'm not super anxious to get into it, so that might take a bit of time still before I can start working on that. I've got so many other things to focus on, what with like the yard and still working on the ethanol plant and then the paper mill, and so it looks almost like, oh, half done, right? Because that side's green and brown and this side is pink and blue. So hopefully we'll be able to catch up, and I'm slowly moving along, and then I'll get to this soon. Oh, and there's the Walther's kit. I had a whole bunch of videos of me building it step by step. I still have a couple of things to do with it, but again, I lost all those clips, so not thrilled. I'm just having all sorts of luck. But whatever, it happens. You move forward, keep moving forward. What else we got? Alright guys, so given that I can post this video tomorrow, which, you know, fingers crossed, hopefully I can, but 1 week from tomorrow, so we're going to be looking at June 28th, I'm going to be doing a live, and M&M Rails, or Mark from M&M Rails, he's going to be stopping by, and we're going to be running some trains. We're going to do it live on YouTube, so yeah, you'll be watching us do the train thing live. You know, questions, feedback, if you just like to watch trains like Railfan and all that. Yeah, we're gonna be like, it's supposed to be the Canada Day special that I'm kind of putting together, even though Canada Day is like 3 or 4 days after. It's kind of like an early Canada Day celebration. Celebrate all trains Canadian. So you know, come join us. We're going to be doing some giveaways, and I'm going to tell you a little bit. If you want to win some free stuff, doing like a first place, second place, third place kind of thing, and I've got prizes for you guys. So what we're gonna do, in order, if you want to get in on this contest, you got to do a couple of things. So because one of the prizes was donated to me by Roy, who is ContainerMan68, what you have to do right now, or after this video, go to ContainerMan68's channel on the very last video that he posted, which should be, he just built some new modules, and he showed some clips of those. He showed some clips of his trains and container trucks and model cars, just a bunch of stuff that he has, basically. So you're gonna go to his channel, you're gonna find that video, and you're going to, and I'm not very political, I'm like the last political person ever, but this is where I'm gonna be political. You're gonna go to his comment section after subscribing to him, and you have to subscribe to him in order to enter. The second thing is you're gonna write Roy for president in his comment section just below the video. Roy for president, and I don't care if you put the number 4 or if you put FOR, whatever. Roy for president. He'll get a kick out of that. And then you're gonna come back to this video, and you're gonna say done, or did it, or count me in, something like that, just so I can identify, check with Roy, make sure that's good. And basically the day of the live, which is going to be June 28th, which is a Wednesday, it's going to be, we're going to aim for 6 o'clock at night is when we're going to be doing the live. And between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, we'll draw the names of the people who, you know, went and wrote Roy for president, and as long as you're subscribed to him, and you know, obviously you tell me you're done, and basically we'll draw 3 names. I think I've got a first, second, and third prize. Like I said, one of them was donated by ContainerMan, so, you know, again, appreciate that, Roy, thank you very much. And you know, I'll mail them out to you. We got some cool gifts, and gonna have a good time and celebrate Canada Day in trains. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, and joining in on the fun. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, during the live. It's always a good time. I know a lot of you that have watched in the past, because I did one on Facebook. You guys had a lot of really good questions, and we had a lot of people that came by and asked for, oh, let's see, certain trains run, because I don't have a lot of trains, but the trains I do have, people request, oh, let me hear that one, let me see that one, can that one pull that one, and yada yada yada. You know how it goes. So we'll set something up, and we'll have a good time. Alright, so I want to thank everybody for coming by. I know that this video was a lot shorter than most of my other ones, but short and sweet. Just want to give you guys an update and shout out so that you know that I'm going to be doing a live with the contest, get you guys entering sooner than later, and basically we've got lots of projects to do, so I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm going to try to film a lot more and whatnot. Just get worked up with some of the stuff that I have to do here, and then I don't have time to film and whatnot, but I'm trying to make a point to do more just for you guys, because I really appreciate it. And all my new subscribers, again, welcome aboard. I really appreciate you coming by. And there's lots more content where that came from. Again, giving away some free stuff. So definitely go see Roy and vote him for president. I've got a train to catch. And I'll see you on the live.